It all started with Back to the Future Part 2. Marty McFly travels to the year 2015, and he ends up getting chased by futuristic bullies.
I need to borrow your hoverboard.
On hoverboards.
Here.
When the film opened in 1989, the whole world decided that this was the future. Of course we'll be riding around on hoverboards someday. Well, 2015 is right around the corner, and we've seen at least one real working hoverboard, but you need a huge copper floor to ride it, and it only floats half an inch off the ground. Not exactly where we thought we'd be in 2015, according to the movie, but we're getting there. Maybe we don't need a pink board and moon shoes to make getting around a little more awesome. In the past few years, dozens of startup companies have slapped motors on just about anything that moves. Bikes, individual wheels, scooters, unicycles, roller skates, longboards, skateboards, and plenty of other weird things. They last long enough for your daily commute, and they're fast and easy ways to get from point A to point B, and they're super fun to ride. Okay, so I may not be floating 6 inches off the ground on my way to work anytime soon, but the real dream of the hoverboard, that effortless and cool personal transport, might actually come true. But what's it gonna look like? How will I be getting to work in the future? Aaron Aders is the founder of a company called Leaf Technologies, and he and his partner Dan Segrin created the Leaf Skateboard. It's a longboard with 2 additional wheels with motors that rotate individually, allowing you to complete 180-degree turns without lifting off the ground. It is insane. So what is Leaf?
So the Leaf is a board that allows you to ride down the street like a snowboard. So you can ride it forwards, backwards, you can cruise sideways. You can spin 360 down the streets just as you would as a snowboard. And that was the original dream we had. We're longtime snowboarders, really passionate about the sport, and just kills us during the summer with nowhere to ride. So this was a childhood dream come true of being able to ride like a snowboard everywhere we go.
So this looks a lot like a traditional skateboard, except for these 2 Frankenstein motors here.
Yeah, so this is a 6-wheel system based on a framework of a piece called a freeboard. Amazing device, but you have to have a hill, and if you don't live near hills like we do in Manhattan, we're out of luck. So the drive wheels drive you forward. If you go sideways, it's going to drive you this way. You can even go backwards. Whichever way you point, it's going to drive.
We have 3 tracks to send the AC signal to the motor. We have brushes that connect the controller. So the brushes are always touching the rings no matter what direction the motors are turning.
How fast can this thing go?
We've tested it and it's gone up to 20 miles per hour. It's actually probably able to go a lot faster than that, but we want to keep it, safe.
When you first got on this thing, did it take you a while to adjust and learn?
It's kind of like your first day snowboarding when you get on the wheeled version, just to get used to that, but by the end of the day, you'll be shredding.
I'll admit, I've never snowboarded before, so I don't know about shredding. But I've been skateboarding for over a decade, so I figured it couldn't be that difficult. I slid my feet into the holsters, hit the throttle on the Bluetooth remote control, and I was off. My back wheels immediately started to drift out because I was riding it like a skateboard with most of my weight toward the front. But then I shifted my weight instead to both of my heels, and then to my toes and back to my heels. Something clicked, and I started to get the hang of it. This is what snowboarding on pavement is like. After a while, I even managed to revert or turn 180 degrees without lifting the wheels off the ground. I was feeling pretty good about myself. But then Aaron got on, and I was blown away. The Leaf Skateboard is insanely fun and surprisingly easy. Even though I've never snowboarded before, I think I could get the hang of this and carve through the streets. But for as cool as it is, it's still very similar to a skateboard. You can change bikes and skateboards all you want and make them electric and more powerful.